After the Blue Jays get flat out pumped, 11-0 last night, the vibes are at an all-time low. Barrios gets teed off on, the offense stinks. You haven't scored in this series to this point until the top half of the flipping 8th inning. But you find a way to get a W. Yeah, the offense still is just nowhere to be found. 2 runs on 7 hits today. But I gotta grab a good vibe from this. Yusei Kikuchi goes 6 shutout innings, and I thought that was some of the best pitching I've seen from him all year long. And I'll explain why in a little bit, but I thought he was outstanding. John Schneider made a gutsy and questionable at the moment, but interesting move that really paid off in the 8th with Ernie Clement. And the Blue Jays pick up a much, and I mean much, needed win today against the Miami Marlins, winning 2-0. And have an opportunity tomorrow with Kevin Gausman on the hill against Sandy Alcantara to possibly win this series. And we'll get to why it's very important for the Blue Jays to win this series. Now, let's start with Yusei Kikuchi, because I really wanted to touch on him first. Because let's be honest, he's the main reason this team won the ball game today. Yuri Perez was ridiculous. He was nasty for the Miami Marlins today. 6 innings, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 9 punch-outs. That 99 fastball and that nasty slider that he's got going on is filthy. Matt Chapman had 2 of the 3 hits against him. And we'll talk about Chappie in a short while. But I thought Yuri Perez was fantastic. And you're thinking, well, what are you going to get from Kikuchi? He was just as good. 6 innings as well. 2 hits allowed. So 1 less knock. Didn't walk anybody. And struck out 6. And if you watch his outing today, it's exactly what he needs to do to be great. Fastball elevated above the zone. Not elevated middle up. I guess things going to get crushed. No, up and out of the zone. But just enough to entice the batter to swing. He was on point with that. Pump that thing at 96 up in the zone. No one's going to touch that. And that slider to the right-handed batters is so crucial for him. Being a lefty, you're naturally, you're going to do okay against left-handed hitters. But against the righties, when that slider misses in and it's middle in, that's when those long bombs happen. But today, he was pounding that thing down and in off the zone. But again, like I said earlier about the fastball, it's enough off the plate to entice the hitters to swing. And that's where I think all 6 of his strikeouts came from either a down and in slider or an elevated fastball. I thought it was a combination that worked extremely well for him all game long, and you could tell early on that he was feeling it. The question was he going to have that mishap? He did not. He was electric. Now let's get to the big part of the game offensively for the Toronto Blue Jays. Top of the 8th inning. Tanner Scott comes on, the lefty, to take over for Dylan Floro. Danny Jansen strikes out. And then, with the lefty on the hill, they take out Spencer Horwitz to put in Santiago Espinal. And obviously, we know SP's bat this year really hasn't been all that promising. But he leads it off gets the 1-out double. An extra base hit for Santiago. And let me bring it up to you guys. Before the game today, Santiago Espinal, in 108 plate appearance, had a total of 4 extra base hits. So he hasn't done a lot of that this year. And leading off that 8th inning, he gets gets a 1-out double. Then, with the lefty on the hill, they take out Kevin Kiermaier and put in Ernie Clement. And I get he's a righty, but he hadn't done much for you. So what really are you expecting from a guy like Ernie Clement? Not a whole lot. Let's be honest about it. You're not expecting much. And in John Schneider's, point of view, you got to think of it as, I got to try something here. Kevin Kiermaier's bat over the last little while has been really, really cold. And he's going up there against a tough lefty, right, in Tanner Scott. So you're thinking to yourself, okay, can we get can we get a big knock from an unlikely source? Because you're going to need someone to come through here. And here it is. I'm going to bring it for you guys right here. So it's a 0-2 count, actually, on Ernie Clement with 1 out and a guy in scoring position. Jays fans, we've seen this before. A guy in scoring position, less than 2 out. It doesn't usually happen, right? And it's Ernie Clement, a guy that Jays fans don't know very well. Well, he gets a ball down and in off the plate from Tanner Scott, and he pumps it into center field, loops in. It's in there. And Espinal's riding around second base. He flies in head first. He's safe. Clement takes second on the play. And you're up 1-0. Next batter, George Springer. Fastball in. Breaks the bat. It's a single. In comes Ernie Clement. He's safe. 2 knocks in back-to-back plate appearances with runners in scoring position to put the Jays up 2-0. And look at Ernie Clement. Dude is hyped. You love to see it. Emotion. A big hit in a big moment for a guy who's just trying to make his way with this team, and he knocks in the game-winning run, and he comes home for the insurance run, making it a 2-0 ball game. Then a really big play occurs in the bottom half of that inning. That is a centipede. That thing is flying. Give me a second, people. Hold on. Hold the phone. This is dangerous. This is live. Where is the bastard? Oh, he's on the side. Oh, I can't get to him. You guys are seeing this. This is okay. I'll keep an eye on him. I'm all ready to go. These things are nasty. I mean, you guys know what they look like. Those things are ugh. Anyways, especially he was moving as fast as he was. Anyways, after that near-death experience, they have guys at first and third, 1 out, with Eric Swanson on the hill, and you're thinking, man, are we really gonna give this right back? They bring in Tim Mays out of the bullpen to face Jesus Sanchez, who came off the bench for the number 9 hitter. And it's a bouncer to third. Chapman on to second base, on to first. Vladdy lays out, stretches just enough to make the play to end the inning. A massive double play for the Blue Jays there on the defense side of the ball after just in the top half of the inning, getting it done with 2 big hits with runners in scoring position. And Jordan Romano locks it down in the bottom half of the 9th inning to seal the 2-0 victory. Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to say this is some perfect game, because it's not. The Jays' offense is still a question mark. Two runs in this game, and you get a win. It's just the way this year's been, or this stretch at least has been for the Toronto Blue Jays. But they're 5 games over 500 at 40-35. Statistics from the game, Dalton Varsho 0 for 4 with 4 punch-outs. Yikes. Whit Merrifield 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Yikes. Matt Chapman. I don't want to say he's getting hot, but today's ABs were eye-opening, especially the 2 against Perez. He hit the line drive single to left field for a base hit. Then the second one was a drilled ball to right center. And it went all the way to the wall. Matt Chapman, after a miscue in the field, ends up at third base in the play. Doesn't come around to score because Danny Jansen strikes out and blah, blah, blah. He can't get it done. Because what else is new? But a big moment for Chapman, a 2-for-3 day at both hits against Yuri Perez. He only had 3 over 6 innings, so a really good job from Chapman today. And he walked once as well. So a good day in the office for Chappie. Danny Jansen 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts as well. A yucky game from those guys. But then Ernie Clement getting the big job, right? 1 for 1 with a run scored and an RBI. Hell of a job from Ernie Clement. 7 hits total for the Blue Jays. 15 strikeouts and only the 1 walk. So a really rough one there for the Toronto Blue Jays offensively. But again, what else is new, right? Pitching-wise, Yusei Kikuchi, 6 innings, 2 hits, 6 punchies. He was very good. Jimmy Garcia threw a clean inning. He went an inning, allowed 1 hit, nothing more. Eric Swanson went a third of an inning, allowed a couple of hits, but got a strikeout. And Tim Mays got the big-time double play ball to end that bottom of the 8th. And Jordan Romano picks up save number 21 on the year. 1 inning pitched, 1 hit allowed, and that's all she wrote there. Now, I'm going to quickly do something here. The Jays have an upcoming game against the Marlins tomorrow afternoon. It's a 12:10 first pitch. Sandy Alcantara is on the mound for the Miami Marlins, who has been rough this year at 4.97 ERA. He has struggled with a 2-5 record as well. 72 strikeouts. He's walked 27 guys. Again, not a great year to this point to his standards for Sandy, and Kevin Gausman gets the hill for the Blue Jays. You have a chance to win this series, and it is crucial because you then have an off day, and then you come home to take on the Oakland Athletics for 3. Do I need to say more? This is a chance for the Toronto Blue Jays to get right mentally. You play Oakland, and sure, San Francisco and Boston they're hot right now. But going into these hot streaks for the San Francisco Giants, they've won 8 straight, sure, but before that stretch, they're a 500 ball team. They're 32-32. The Boston Red Sox, we all know what they are, right? They've won 6 straight, great, but before then, they were 2 under 500. Are these teams really as good as what their win streaks are suggesting? Probably not. So the Jays have a stretch against Oakland, San Francisco, the Red Sox, the White Sox, the Tigers coming up. I'm sorry, but these are all very winnable series. This is the Jays' opportunity not to right the ship, but to start to turn things around mentally for this team. With the bats, with the win column, all that stuff. But you need to find a way to win tomorrow. The finale of this series tomorrow against the Marlins, 12-10 first pitch, Kevin Gausman, Sandy Alcantara. You win that series, you come home, the flight's great, and you got Oakland coming up for the weekend. But you got to do a job there. Don't take them lightly and then get your rear end kicked. Do a job. All right, so you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and a win today, smack that like button. I do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already. Comment down below thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game? For the Toronto Blue Jays, Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys, obviously, Jays edition tomorrow as Jays take on the Marlins in the finale of the 3-game set in Miami. Finally, they come home after this 9-game trip. And please, please, please get that series W tomorrow. Kevin Gausman, Sandy Alcantara, 12-10 first pitch there in Miami. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the win today. We'll talk to you guys then.